So welcome back. This is the second section of the balance video, and we're going to go over some exercises and some things that you can incorporate into your workouts. Pretty much this is a great thing to do to warm up your feet, to warm up your posture of standing straight into your positions for your workouts. So we're going to go over some guidelines, and we're briefly going to go over some of the exercises that you can do. So feel free to do them along with me, but again, make sure that you have gotten clearance from your doctor, your physician, and make sure that none of the exercises are contradictory to you and with any particular issue that you're dealing with. Otherwise, feel free to do it along with me. Look back on the video and maybe some of these things you're doing, but you can add on to. So let us start in a standing position. So we're going to be standing, sitting, and kneeling. So we're going to start with 3 exercises standing. So you're going to just make sure you're nice and loose. Your rib cage is down, pulling in through those abdominals. Okay, so your heels are going to be together. Now, if you're really super tight, you might want to come a little farther away, and that's okay too, because what we're going to do is we're going to just come up on the balls of the feet. Now, you can place your hands on the countertop like we said earlier in the other portion of the video. So you can have your hands on something to just stabilize you with your fingertips, or not. You can put your hands on your hips. Also, you could actually hold a ring and make this a little bit more challenging to stay in an upright position. I like to use this with my clients when we're doing any kind of balance work or moving with it. So, at this point, let's start with the first exercise, which is going to be a plie with the heels together or slightly apart. You're going to keep your abdominals engaged, protecting your back. You're going to come straight up on the balls of the feet and then come back down. Now, what we can do is squeeze the ring just to make it a little more challenging for you and keep you in this upright position. It almost helps keep your balance a little bit because it really tunes in the body a little bit more. So you can decide how high you can come up on the balls of the feet. Okay? So that's a nice way just to warm up through the feet and through the ankles. Now you can actually work through this as a warm-up like we do in bar. So what you can do is lift up on the balls of the feet, plie down, heels come down and get a nice stretch in your Achilles, and you're going to come straight up. So you're going to lift up on the balls of the feet, I'm up on the balls of the feet, my heels come down, and I lift up and zip and wrap. Okay, so that is the first exercise for standing. Second, we're going to keep our feet in a neutral position. And again, you can keep the ring or use actually a band too. I like a band or a ball. Medicine balls are great to give a little bit more weight to the exercise, you know. So at any rate, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a sumo wrestler squat. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down and you're going to squeeze the ring. And what you can do is really use this and do one side at a time just to turn on that connection. Maybe do 3, and then we'll just do 3 together. Okay? So you can decide. Typically for legs, we stick with about 12 to 15 repetitions on legs. So you can feel free to do whatever repetition that you want to incorporate into your workout. All right, so the third standing exercise we're going to do is going to be, feet are going to be hip width apart. I'm on a mat, which is going to make this a little more challenging than the floor. You're going to place your hands on your hip or on something stable, and you can lift your leg and then tap your foot down. Now thinking about pulling in through that abdominal like you have that string attached to the top of your head, and you're going to come straight up. Okay, so we can do those on either side. So you're going to really hold that. You can actually place your hands out to the side. That's going to give you a little bit more support too. You're just going to make you feel a little bit more supported. Bringing those arms out, pulling in through those abdominals. Okay? Now, to add on to that, which is a little fun, is to lift and then you extend the leg. Bring it back in, and then of course you can decide how long you want to hold it out there, because that would be more challenging, right? And we love a challenge. So, other leg, then you can extend out. So you're going to really try to really fine tune keeping the torso still as you're doing these exercises, right? Okay? So those are the 3 that we were going to cover for standing. Now we're going to go ahead and sit. And I have 2 ideas for working a little bit more balance. First, we're going to do a little bit of a ball pass. You're going to lean back into it, and you can sit on a ball. I'm going to sit on the wall here, and what you're going to do, this is going to be a little bit more stable than a wall. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and pass the ball, and you're going to pull in through those abdominals as you come through it, holding the shoulder blades down, pulling in through those abdominals. So you decide how much you can lean back into that too, because we want to always be safe with that on your back, right? So you want to keep your abdominals engaged to protect your back. Now, what I like to do with the band real quick is wear it like little bracelets, right? And then grab the colored part of the band. Okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to place your hands right in front of you, and we're going to do a little bit of bow and arrow action. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to place that elbow back and bring the hand out here. So you're really thinking about that rotation, and this is when you have to use your discretion, make sure that this isn't contradictive for any kind of spinal condition you might be living with. Okay, so what I'm going to do is keep one hand straight, and the bow and arrow comes back, and then I bring it straight again, and back. Now on the ball, you can imagine there's going to be a little bit more challenge to that. I actually do that on the BOSU with my clients too. So there's a lot of variety that you can mix up. Okay, so the last portion is going to be on the knees. So we're going to come into an all-fours position, and you're going to make sure that your shoulders to your elbows to your wrist lined up. My feet are down, flat, straight up from my knee. And what we can do, make sure that you're far enough apart that you can feel those abdominals engaging in this position. You can extend your arm and do a few of those, and just make sure that you feel pretty stable. Keeping the head lined up with the spine. So typically you're going to look at the edge of your mat. Okay, and then you can try just the legs. Extend one leg and bring it back in. And then extend a leg and bring it back in. And then 3, you can go ahead and extend one arm, opposite leg, and then bring it back in. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and bring it back in. Now, typically I do like to do one side at a time, so you may want to consider that or alternate if you're more comfortable doing that. 4 on all fours is going to be extending right arm, left leg, and we're going to lower down and lift, lower and lift. Now, repetition wise, you can do this for as many as you feel you're strong enough to do. You should never feel any pressure in that lower back. Then I'm going to go ahead and extend out here. So find your positioning first, and then lift and lower. So you're always going to want to have your focus. So what I want to do is feel that sling system when you're doing this exercise in particular. This is a great one for your sling systems. So meaning sling system is from your right side down to your left. Okay? So this is a great exercise for that. A lot of physical therapy exercise for that. You will find if you've done physical therapy, that's a familiar one. So using your best discretion, and hopefully if you have any questions, please comment below and let me know if you have any questions about that. And you can even go over the exercises with your physician if you have some issues that you want to work on and you want to make sure that they're safe. Hope you enjoyed this, and I look forward to the next video. Namaste and ciao.